What's up, everybody, man? It's your boy, Mr. Duga, coming at y'all with another video, man. Wow. And today, man, I'm going to talk about yesterday's NFC Championship game. You had the Los Angeles Rams beating the New Orleans Saints 26-23 in overtime to advance to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Wow. First off, man, you had the Saints getting the ball, going downfield, getting a Will Lutz field goal to take a 3-0 lead. Then you had a Demario Davis interception off of a Ty Gurley missed catch, ball bounced off his hand. Demario Davis intercepted. That led to another Will Lutz field goal to give the Saints a 6-0 lead. Then you had the Saints coming down, getting the drive together and hitting Drew Brees, hitting Griffin on a touchdown pass to give the Saints a 13-0 lead. Then the Rams have the ball. They have it 4th down. You have a John Hecker pass, fake punt pass to Sam Shields, who actually caught the ball short of the 1st down marker, put a move on a Saints player, ended up getting the 1st down. And that eventually led to a Greg Zuerlein field goal to cut the Saints lead to 13-3. Then you had a Ty Gurley rushing touchdown to cut the lead at halftime to 13-10. Then later you had a Drew Brees touchdown pass to Taysom Hill to give the Saints a 20-10 lead. Then you had the Rams coming back down and you got Jared Goff hitting Tyler Higbee on a touchdown pass to cut the Saints lead to 20-17. Then you had the Rams getting the ball again and you had another Zuerlein field goal to tie the game up at 20-20. Then the Saints get a huge pass play to tag again for like 40-something yards to get them down in field goal range. Then on 3rd down, wow, you had arguably the most blatant missed pass interference call in the history of the NFL, where Nikel Roby-Coleman absolutely blasts Tommy Lee Lewis on like on kind of something like a wheel route or something like that, and it wasn't called. It wasn't called, so you get that ball. If that call was made, you got 1st and 10 Saints. They probably run out the clock and get like a chip shot Will Lutz field goal to win the game. But nevertheless, it wasn't called. So Will Lutz kicks a field goal to give the Saints a 23-20 lead. Then Jared Goff and the Rams come all the way back down and they move the ball in the field goal range. And with like 10 seconds left or something like that, you get Greg Zuerlein kicking a 48-yard field goal to tie the game up at 23. And next thing you know, we're in overtime. The Saints win the toss, so they get the ball first. And you had Dante Fowler making an incredible play, spinning off of a guy and hitting Drew Brees as he throws the ball. And the ball just floats up in the air. And you got, I think it was Johnson, falling on his back, intercepts the pass. You get a couple of Jared Goff completions, and the Rams are lining up for a 57-yard field goal, which would be the longest playoff walk-off kick in NFL history. And my goodness, man, Zuerlein, like, I see why they call him Legatron. I mean, Zuerlein kicks this thing, man. Not only was it right down the middle, he would have made it from 70. Like, he just left no doubt. And the Rams win the game, man. The Rams win it 26-23, and they're going off to the Super Bowl. Congratulations to the Rams, man. Congratulations to second-year coach Sean McVay, which is amazing. You got a guy that young, man, leading a team as a head coach to get to the Super Bowl. Congratulations to them, man, the NFC champs. Yeah, they did a good job, man. They fell behind early. It looked like the Saints was about to completely blow them out of the building. But credit to them, they hung tough. Ty Gurley, it was a weird day, man. Ty Gurley didn't really, I don't know, like he only had 4 carries. They didn't really use him much, man. I know he didn't really play well. He had that drop, which led to interception. He also dropped another pass late in the game. C.J. Anderson carried the ball the majority of the time. But credit to them, man. They couldn't hit all day. Like, the Superdome was just absolutely raucous, man. It was even more raucous than it was with my Eagles last week. Yeah, like they hung in there. They hung in. They didn't get behind too much. They hung in there. Jared Goff showed great poise for such a young quarterback on the road in such a tough spot. Brandon Cooks came up with timely catches. Robert Woods had a couple of catches here and there. Defensively, after they got behind so much, they kind of locked in a little bit. They played well defensively. Aaron Donald, put pressure, got in the backfield. Sue made a couple of plays. Dante Fowler Jr. made the play of the game by hitting Breeze as he threw the ball. Talib, Michael Thomas was extremely quiet this game. I don't even know if Michael Thomas had 50 yards receiving. They was constantly getting killed by Alvin Kamara, but they kind of adjusted to that a little bit. But they did an extraordinary job on Michael Thomas, man. I mean, Michael Thomas was completely not a non-factor in this game. And that credit to Aqib Talib and credit to Wade Phillips on making adjustments from the last meeting. And offensively, they did just enough. Jared Goff showed great poise with them down 3, going down, driving the ball in the dome, in all that noise, and getting them in field goal range. And the same thing, too, in overtime when it was twice where, the Saints got a hold of him and he got the ball away for completions. And shout out to Greg Zuerlein. I mean, bro, he kicked the crap out of that ball, man. Both field goals, man. That wasn't no easy field goals, man. And he knocked them both in, and that was clutch, man. Congratulations to the Rams. Congratulations to Sean McVay, Jared Goff, Wade Phillips, and all those guys, as they're going to be participating in Super Bowl 53. Which I got to get to the non-pass interference call, man. That was bad. I mean, that was one of the worst case scenarios for the NFL. That was just bad, man. I mean, you have calls throughout the game when, you have missed calls. You have missed calls, you have bad calls and stuff like that, where you be you're mad, you're disappointed, it's unfortunate, but that call, you got to make that call, man. I mean, you got to make that call, man. You can't miss that. The guy clotheslines while the ball is in the air. You cannot not make that call. Now, granted, not for the Saints. I mean, hey, they still got to blame themselves. Saints fans, y'all still got to blame yourselves, though, man. Because, I mean, you got the ball first. Saints got the ball first in overtime. And even I thought, all right, well, Drew going to go down. They going to get a touchdown, all is well. But nah, the O-line didn't protect, got pressure on him, and he threw a pick. When they was up 6-0, they should have been up 14-0. This guy, I think it was Arnold, the tight end on the first drive, you got to catch that ball. Drew Brees threw a perfect pass. You got to come down with that catch. That's 7-0. You get an interception, you in the red zone, you got to score. That's 14-0. And even when they got after the tag in play, why are the Saints throwing the ball on first down to Michael Thomas? Run the football, eat up the clock, make the Rams. The Saints shouldn't even have to throw. The Saints shouldn't even throw a pass on that drive at all. You run 3 times, make the Rams use their timeouts, you kick a field goal, and you play defense. You don't risk that. You don't risk that. But granted, that call that call affected it. Saints get that call, they win the game. I mean, but what I'm saying is for the Saints is I know it's heartbreaking, it's disappointing, it's frustrating. You feel like you got robbed, but you probably did. But at the same time, even Drew Brees said it after the game. Man, we had plenty of opportunities we didn't take advantage of. The Saints should have been up 14-0 instead of 6-0. At the end, they should have ran the ball instead of even trying this bubble screen of Michael Thomas on first down. Not the ball incomplete, and now you got to throw to try. Now you have to get a first down to kill the clock. Run the football, man. Why are you throwing it there? Defensively, they didn't come up with the stops they need to come up with. It's a tough loss for them, man. I mean, to have home field advantage, to be up 13-0, to have that non-call, go against them, that's an extremely tough, heartbreaking loss for the Saints, man. It's unfortunate, man. It was a bad non-call, man. It was probably the worst non-call you ever gonna see. But you know, they had their opportunities, man. They had their opportunities, and the call was terrible, but they had their opportunities to put the game. You get the ball first in overtime, you got to go down and score. I mean, you look at the Patriots Chiefs, they got the ball first. Brady didn't even let them get the ball. Like, Brady went down, ended it. You know, Saints got it like when they played Atlanta earlier this year. They got the ball first, they went down and ended it, you know. But I do feel bad for the non-call, man. It was an extremely blown call. It was bad. They get the call, they go to the Super Bowl. But they didn't get it. So, I mean, sometimes that's just how it be, unfortunately. You know, I remember when he was playing Dallas, we recovered the opening kickoff and they still give Dallas the ball, which I was very furious about it. So I understand Saints fans are like, how is that not interference, and being extremely furious today. I understand. I feel your pain, you know, but congratulations to the Rams, man. With that being said, the Rams are your NFC conference champs this year, and they will be in the Super Bowl going up against the New England Patriots, man. But with that being said, yo, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Go and give me a subscribe, man. I'm going to have NFL content throughout the season. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly, Eagles, fly.